Hi, everybody. Okay, so I wanted to give an update. It is Sunday, and let's just say, okay, I had a great weekend. I went to the beach Saturday and Sunday. I went to Siesta Key and I went to St. Pete Beach. So, not too bad. It was very relaxing for once. It was actually hot. It has not been hot enough in Florida to really be at the ocean. Like, I'm just being honest, the beach, it's not always warm. And per my last video, when I tried to go to the pool, well, we we know how that shit show went. And yeah, I definitely still talk to my therapist about that because I still am very pissed off. If you're curious about what that was about, let me just give you a brief little synopsis of it. Essentially, we went to the pool and a whole bunch of white people ganged up on me and my mother. And it was quite racially driven. If you want to watch my previous video, please feel free to do before you jump to conclusions and say, why are you going to throw the race card? And not everything's about race. I'm not interested in you saying that because you didn't live the experience. I did. And if somebody says, I can't believe I'm in a pool with your kind, that's a race issue. And no, it won't get dismissed as a miscommunication. But anyways, um, so I am making this video because yes, I did get a ton of sun, and no, she did not get burnt. And yeah, I loved it. I felt very relaxed. Went and ate at a couple restaurants, just really relaxed and chill. So I think it's really important to have self-care. It's not something that I have taken very seriously since I started my clinical counseling program. Excuse me, I'm just adjusting myself here. And so it was great to actually have the time because right now I'm in between semesters, so I'm on a break right now, and be able to just get out and experience outdoor living because I really like being outside. Like, some people are like, oh, I hate being outside. It's so hot. Well, guess what? I love the sun. My melanin absorbs the sun and she don't get burnt. So I love it. So yeah. Anyways, what this video is about outside of updating you about my self-care is kind of it's going on like 6 o'clock on Sunday. So, what that means is typically I suffer from the Monday blues. So, if you're unfamiliar with the Monday blues, not really sure how, unless you don't work. No, I'm serious. Um, Basically, it's this overwhelming feeling of depression, anxiety, stress, just overall downtrodden feeling. And that is what I am feeling. So on Friday, um, the company that I work for moved to a new location, which we start on Monday, tomorrow, going to. It's a further drive from where I am, so of course that means I have to get up earlier, and the traffic in Florida is just atrocious. Like, let me tell you, it is insane. These people get their driver's license out of like a Cracker Jack box, and then I don't even know. It's like, here's some keys and here's the car and go. Vroom, vroom. It's insane. These people drive like bumper cars. Like, literally, I just got my car back from some idiot hitting the back of my vehicle, and I was parked in a parking lot. And my car is a freaking small car. So, like, you have to make a conscious effort to back up so far that you're hitting the back of my bumper, because when I park, my car is all the way in. Like, literally, I'm one of those cars that you think like, oh, there's a space, and then you're like, oh no, there's a car parked there. Yeah, one of those. So, yeah, and that was a complete nightmare because, yeah. So, back to the topic at hand. Monday blues. So I drove because I like to be prepared, but I did not do this in advance as I like, because I am a Taurus and I do not like change. And I discussed this with my therapist, and I'm like, I don't like change. Like, change gives me anxiety. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I just don't freaking like it. And I know the world is all about change. Everything's going to change. Da, 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 da. I get that, but that still doesn't stop the feeling of feeling like I can't have control. Really, it's a control issue. I have a control issue, and change is like me losing control. And it makes me lose what I'm used to, a pattern of structure, and I kind of know what my day is. I know what the time frames are, blah, 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 blah. So I drive out to this new location, and like, oh my God. First of all, okay, so the building that we used to be in was a nice Microsoft building. It was like right on the ocean front, gorgeous, lovely, da 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 da. This new building, I'm like, this company must not have any money anymore. It's insane because the building, like, it's on the other side of like the airport, and it pretty much airports anywhere across the nation, as we all know, does not have the best real estate. So, of course, I'm sure they got it for like dirt cheap, and it shares it with like all these other companies that are not really like top of line companies. So, anyways, if you guys see anything in my hair, I just literally took a bath and washed my hair. So right now it's just like super curly because it's drying. But so I was driving there, and I just started feeling so anxious. I'm like, I can't walk into this building. Like, the building looks old. Not at all what I'm used to. And not to sound pretentious, it's like, but when you're used to working in a certain environment, and then it's kind of like you're being downgraded and you didn't even do anything to deserve it, you're like, yeah, okay, you could have just told us that y'all didn't have no money no more. Like, let's be 100, okay? And it just gave me like severe anxiety because the level of driving that I have to do is insane. Like, I have to drive past the international airport, which I live in Florida, so it is vacation season. And what that means is traffic is insane, especially around the airport is insane. So that right there, I'm pissed. I'm so pissed because I'm like, okay, there's really no back ways that I can even think of right now that will alleviate some of this traffic that I'm going to endure. And it doesn't even matter if you get up early, because I work at 7 o'clock in the morning, which means usually I get up at like 5 something in the morning. And if you are familiar with flying in general, you should probably know that airports have like the business flights and the red eye. So like, unless I plan on getting up and driving out at like 5:30 in the morning, I'm pretty much doomed to traffic. So of course my feelings of stress and anxiety is just kicking in, and I have to message my therapist because right now, even talking about it, I am like, oh my God. So I decided, okay, woosah, breathe. So, Monday blues. If you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling like you are losing control, if you feel like you are throwing yourself a pity party, or if you just feel like, I wish I didn't have to work, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us feel like that on a regular basis, especially if we work for a job we don't like right now. Yeah. The only thing I can really suggest is like woosah. I was looking up all these different things, and it was like, oh, think positive thoughts. Like, that's really great in theory, but like, who are we kidding? You can't just like positively think your way out of the reality of what you're going to endure during your week. I mean, like, there's some of these things that you find online, I'm like, okay, whoever wrote this clearly is an idiot. And it's like, do something happy for somebody else. Ooh, make a list of everything that excites you. I'm like, what is that going to do for the fact that I have to get up super early and drive through traffic to a new place that I freaking don't even want to go to in the first place? Like, that's not going to make me happy. It's actually going to make me depressed because I'm going to be like, oh, no, I want to do those things. And I can't do those things because I have to be at work. And for all you people that want to watch this and be like, well, make your own business, because I love you type of people. I love, 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 love. Love you type of people. Well, make your own business. Create your own business. Guess what, boo? I have 2 businesses. So if you would like to, I don't know, contribute to me not having to go to my job, you can go to the links listed below and purchase some things and support your girl. I would greatly appreciate it. So got that covered. And so I came home after driving to this new place and took a bath. Yeah, you would think, oh wow, that's a good idea. You took a bath, you relaxed, did a sugar scrub, because I used some of my products from BeamonteChocolate.com and they smell amazing. I used one of our banana melts and also the cotton candy sugar scrub, which is a really popular one, and it's amazing. It smells amazing and it feels amazing, and my skin just like, yeah, it's great. But I went to just lay in the tub and I'm like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. Like, I think I started to feel more anxious to the point I was like almost, no, I was in tears. Not almost. Like, I'm gonna be real. I was in tears. I was just like, I don't want to go to work at all. Like, I don't want to go. And I don't really have an option not to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, oh, girl, you got so dark from the sun and I love it. Anyway, sideline. But I don't want to go. It's like really depressing because you go to a job that you hate. Like, I have to work around people that, like, some of them I really don't like the one team lead that wants to talk to me about my tone. Like, how dare a white woman think that she's going to talk to a black woman and say, your attitude and your tone. Meanwhile, in her 90 days, everybody, white people included, have complained about how nasty she talks to everybody in there. And I'm like, I've never had anybody complain about my tone or attitude or anything, but you know, that's just how society works. Let me find something that meets the statistics of what we like to stereotype black women as. Oh, you have an attitude. Like, come on. I have an attitude about a job that really I'm getting underpaid for and everything. No, I didn't have an attitude. What you didn't like is that I was on the phone telling somebody that was being very nasty in my ear to stop being nasty to me. So unless you want me to sit there and suck it down and have high blood pressure, I'm going to speak up for myself and say, do not talk to me in that tone because it is unprofessional. And if you're going to say that I'm unprofessional for saying somebody else is unprofessional, once again, this is the same chick that when I told her has a problem talking down to people, you know what she did? That's just my confidence. Girl, if you don't go out of the Urban Dictionary and go to Webster or something, like, get out of here. But yeah, I don't like this job. I don't like my mom's new job. I don't like it. Some freaking idiot was like, I'm your boss. He's not even her boss. I'm your boss. Like, what is wrong with you people when you get to jobs? It's like you're freaking delusional. Like, you don't even own these companies, but you want to go balls to the walls for them. Like, why? I think that's a part of the Monday blues that people have too, because it's like it's not necessarily the work itself. It's the freaking people that you have to fucking surround yourself with. It's like, I don't like you. You don't like me. Can we please just like walk around in silence around each other? You know, it would be amazing, an idea. You know how they have those headset, what is it, like the headset silent parties where everybody wears huge like headsets and they just all listen to music, and if you take them off, it's like dead silence. Girl and boys, let me tell you, that would be amazing. I don't have to fake smile on your face. I don't have to make stupid little piddly conversations that I really don't care to talk about because I've got like a million things going on in my head. So if you have the Monday blues, the best thing I can suggest for you is to look at it, accept it, and see what you can do about it. Like, I'm already obviously getting my master's to get the hell out of this place and update, and my resume is already updated. It's just a matter of now that I am out of school, now I can send my resume out more often because, as we know, I love the whole upload your resume. Great, I uploaded it. I should be able to submit. Oh no, now tell us about your work history. Bitch, didn't I just do that through upload in my resume? Like, first of all, what I really want to do is be like, you know what? Let me upload my undergrad transcripts. Read all that. Okay, that's what I really feel like doing. Cause like at this point, half of y'all don't even read this crap. Trust me, I know. My mom used to work in HR. Um, they don't read this crap. They really don't. It's like, ooh, I want somebody named Jennifer today. I want somebody named Becky tomorrow. I want somebody named John the next day. Like it's really stupid. So if you are currently job searching and you know you're qualified and you're just not getting callbacks, please don't take it on a personal level because the people that are sitting in these offices are just as petty as you can imagine. It really is, as my mom's new job said, it's not about your skill sets, it's about your personality. So, yeah, Monday blues. What could you do? Well, what I'm going to do is reach out to my therapist because she is available whenever I need her. Um, you can always do that. You can try and take a bath, although I did that and then I tried to put myself all the way under the water until I could hear my own heartbeat. And I'm like, yeah, you still exist and you still have shit to do. I have to get off here and like adult, pay bills. And I just sometimes it's like going into like having a fabulous weekend and then knowing it's being cut off. It's almost like you are having like the best sleep of your life, and then your alarm clock goes off, and you're like, really? Like it was just getting good to me, and that's how I feel about this weekend. I'm like, oh, the weather was amazing. Everywhere we ate was amazing. Got some Asian food, got some Mexican food, got some like American fusion food, some Italian food. Like, listen, I fast all week, so on the weekend I was like, let's get it in. But not crazily, because I'm not the type of person that's like, I'm gonna fast and da da da, and then I'm gonna just like fuck it up. No. But I think that the Monday blues is a real problem that most people don't really want to talk about. That's why most people, if you think about it, are super grumpy on Mondays and they're like, oh, I have to get my coffee before I can talk to anybody. No, you're just grumpy because your alarm clock woke you up from your weekend. That's really what it is, because anything else is a lie. I play too many lotto tickets and I don't win enough. Like, that's the truth. That really sucks. But yeah, what could I give you guys as suggestions? Write things that make you happy. Make a journal. Try and plan. Like, usually what I'll try and do. Now, this is something I try and do. Like, in the middle of the week, like Wednesday, I might go, okay, Wednesday is my fun day. So I might be like, okay, I'm going to the beach, or I'm going to the pool, or I'm going to go out to eat, or I'm going to have like some wine, or like Wednesdays are sushi nights. So I try and look forward to something like that. But Monday and Tuesday and Thursday, yeah. So if y'all have any suggestions, because I'm about to hit up my therapist in a minute and ask her for suggestions, and if she gives me some, I would be more than happy to relay them to you guys. But right now, I am just feeling like really depressed and extremely anxious about the fact that I have to drive to this new area that's going to put me in a crazy traffic pattern where people drive erratically because it's right by the international airport. And my mouth's feeling even dry thinking about it, like really dry. And I had a really great weekend, and I'm just like, you know. Oh, but update. So on my last video, when I was talking about the stupid people at the pool, and like how I started this video, the one chick that she was like all crazy, like, hey, and yeah, I did this and da da da, like just talking a whole bunch of trash. So I was walking up my staircase and like the chick was standing right there. And let me tell you, without her little gang, her little white gang, because she's super racist. And I mean to say it just like that, her little white gang, because she's super freaking racist. In any other way, I wouldn't say it. But the mere fact they felt the need to take my race and my mother's race and make it seem like, how dare us be in a pool? Like, oh my God. Like almost like a Dorothy Dandridge type thing. And if you don't know who that is, look it up and look up the situation with the pool. Like, oh, I'm in a pool with your kind. Really? Hilarious. But anyways, walking up the stairs and she had the audacity, like she looked so nervous. She was like, I was like this, chewing gum. Because I'm like, you are weak. I am not. I'm comfortable in my skin. I know I did nothing wrong. But you, on the other hand, you know you're wrong. But instead of even in that moment admitting that you're wrong, which I wouldn't even give two shits to hear it, because I don't even give a fuck, because my therapist is like, well, what would you have done in that minute? Listen, I ain't even going to disclose what I told her, but you know. um, yeah, weak. So let that be a lesson. Like if you feel like you're being bullied, attacked, ganged up for any nonsensical reason, just know that those type of people, they only do that in clusters because they are weak-minded idiots. They're weak. Bullies are weak. They can only work off of what they perceive your weakness. So for them, they perceived our weakness as we were going to be passive black people. News flash. Not everybody that is black is passive. I can promise you that. But a lot of people that are white, especially in the South, expect black people to be passive, and it's very sickening. Is very sickening, and it's a freaking problem. And that's another reason why I want to get into this field so bad, because it's like the deprogramming of black people needs to commence. Like, stop cowering down to people that are bullying you. Like, you're being bullied and cornered and like I hear white people talking to black people like they're trash just for no reason. Like I saw a video where this white woman had put her feet on a black guy's food tray on an airplane, and she was like, I'm putting my feet here because I should have gotten first class. And he did nothing. Like, please, you would have pulled back and you would have not had no feet. Like, no freaking joke. Then another one where a black guy this white woman had popped a bottle over top of over top of his head, and he did nothing. He was just like, oh, I'll be leaving in a minute. What? It's like this passivity that's going on. So it's like when me or my mother or somebody like us checks them and says, you ain't gonna treat me like a third class slave citizen. Like, no, that's not gonna work. It's like the attitude, oh my God, the attitudes. Excuse me, let's call the cops. I wish you would. I wish you would. Please do. Please do. So, yeah, I guess a part of my Monday blues is a part of my like all day anger, which I'm working with my therapist on, because it's really unhealthy to have this level of anger. But when you are a black woman in America and you are constantly being berated just because of your skin color, and I don't care if you get in these comments and act like, oh, and not everything's a race issue. Okay, most likely the people that are saying that are not my race. So if that's you, get the hell out of my comments section and block yourself. Um, so yeah, I just feel like people really should be mindful of how people are feeling. On Mondays, you might feel depressed. On Mondays, somebody else might feel happy. That doesn't mean you need to be happy, and that doesn't mean you need to put your depression on them. So just remember that we're all going through things in life, and we're all like just people moving through life and trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out how to not be so angry. Towards a lot of stuff. Oh, if you guys see like a weird, it's like I have my heating pad on, so it's like discoloring my arm, which makes it look like bruises. It's my heating pad is on right now. So no, I don't have some like weird disease or bruises. I'm not like crazy. It's just having lighter skin, and then my face is tan. But yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but I figure people would see that and be like, what is that? It goes away once I turn the heating pad off and my color goes back to normal. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to give an update and say that if you're feeling any type of Monday blues, what do you do? I mean, I'm just curious what you do. Doesn't mean I'm going to take your advice. I'm not gonna lie. Because I think people should really seek true therapy, and I'm not your therapist. So for those of you that think I'm gonna give you like a bazillion things of advice, and I'm not that person. I'm not like the person. I think there was somebody that had actually had posted like their whole description of like what school they think they're going to. I'm not your advisor. I'm not your parent. Like I'm not gonna read all that. I am not. I have my own life, and I had to figure out how to do things on my own. Like I think that's wrong. What's wrong with society is that there's a lot of users. There's a lot of users. It's one thing to be like, hey, what do you know about this? And like, I've already answered you, dude. Like, why do you keep asking me? And if you watch this, I don't feel bad. I answered what I knew, and like, go ask the school, ask somebody else. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, I know this is not the most upbeat video, but it is real. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.